mind right and make this work. Let's go to work. Come on, everything you got last round, everything you got. Go get it, go get it.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to GCU Softball Stadium on the campus of Grand Canyon University for today's matchup between the New Mexico State Aggies and your Grand Canyon University Lopes. I'm Philip Katafmo alongside Luke Larton. Game one so far went to the Aggies in a 6-5 win. An unfortunate comeback for the Lopes. Did not complete the comeback in game one, but game two got the win thanks to a walk-off by Lainey Gomez.
And the Lopes have had a great job. Lots of production from the second half of their lineup, and Lainey Gomez, Bianca Bowling, Maddie Dowdle. They had a great look there at the end of the game yesterday, getting the walk-off. Hopefully they stay hot today and are able to produce for us.
Well, let's get you, go around the circle, go around the diamond and get you the starters for the GCU Lopes. At third base, Sierra Smith. Shortstop, Shea Smith. Second base, Lorianne Olson. First base, Bianca Bowling. Left field, Maddie Dowdle. Center field, Lainey Gomez. Right field, Taylor Kay. And behind the dish, Kenzie Hill. And, of course, in the circle, Yesenia Morrison getting the start in back-to-back games for the Lopes. First one on the way to Rachel Rodriguez is outside for a ball, and we are underway. So Morrison, 2.81 ERA. Second one outside for a ball. 6 wins, 3 losses. She got her 6th win last game. Went the distance for the Lopes. I believe she pitched all 7 innings. And a comeback win in game 2 thanks to Lainey Gomez, a chopper right over Kayla Green's head. And the Lopes were able to win the game. 2-0. In there for strike 1 for Yesenia Morrison.
It just barely got over her head. Looked like might have ended the inning.
So Rachel Rodriguez leading off for New Mexico State. The 2-1. Slow roller backhanded by Shea Smith. Throw on to first. Great play for the shortstop, and we've got one down.
She sure made that look easy.
Oh, great play by Shea Smith. The backhand and then a quick throw over to first. One down for the Lopes, and now Kelsey Horton stepping in.
Kelsey is really the dangerous bat on this Aggies team.
Yeah, Horton hit a big home run in game 1, I believe. Really broke things open in about the middle part of the game. Saw opposite field home run right over the head of Taylor Kay out in right field.
That's 17th of the season for her.
Yeah, matches her number. The 1-0. Off speed on the middle of her bat. It's going to be caught by Bowling. 2 down for the Lopes.
Good snag.
Yeah, easy play for Bianca Bowling, just right on the hands of Kelsey Horton's bat. There we go. And the Lopes now with 2 down. Victoria Castro stepping up now. Castro pops it up in the air. Gomez going back to the wall, off of her glove. Relay throw by Kay, and it's going to be a double for Victoria Castro.
Probably a little bit of the sun in her eyes there.
Yeah, it seems like it was right in the glove of Lainey Gomez, and it just pops out, maybe trying to find the wall. She looking to see where the wall was behind her, kind of jumped into it, but the ball comes right out of her glove. Nikki Butler will step in, the catcher for New Mexico State. 1 on, 2 outs, first one on the way. First one in there for a strike.
Nikki Butler has 35 RBIs on the season, looking to bring in the run.
The 0-1. Roller right off of Smith. That's going to score 1, and New Mexico State takes the early lead. So a roller off the leg of Sierra Smith brings Victoria Castro all the way to score, and now 1-0 New Mexico State lead.
Little conference on the mound. Get everyone on the same page. Or the circle.
Yeah, I never knew what to call the mound visits for softball because technically it's not the mound, it's the circle. I've tried circle chats, conversation in the circle. We'll find a saying for
circle
it.
Conference.
Circle I like circle conference. So after the circle conference, Farron Glocken will step in with 2 outs. I can hear an echo. I don't know if it's the mic. First one on the way. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0.
Did she go?
No, she did not, so ball 2.
Well, let's see if the Lopes can get out of this one. You know, yesterday in both of the games, Aggies get on a roll, and they're tough to stop.
The 2-0. That one's foul. Yeah, it seemed like in game 1, New Mexico State had the lead. Then the Lopes got the lead back in the 2nd inning. And then, of course, it ended up 6-5, but second game, same thing. New Mexico State found their way ahead, and the Lopes were able to battle back. In the 3rd game, nothing has really changed. The 2-1. Outside for ball 3. Morrison trying to paint those outside corners.
Yeah, from up here, it sure looked like a strike.
The 3-1. That one fouled off. The count will go to full.
That's probably why they don't have us calling it from the booth.
That's right, yeah. Although I got a pretty good angle from back here. I'm directly, for the most part, directly behind home plate. But Kenzie Hill's doing her best to sort of frame the pitches to get that outside corner. Worked a little bit last night. The 3-2. Not going to get the call there, so it'll be a walk for Glocken. Now Amy Bergeson will step in.
Left fielder, number 10, Amy Bergeson.
So Bergeson batting .330, 11 RBIs, 37 hits. And with 2 on and 2 out, Yesenia Morrison will look to get out of this inning. First one outside for ball 1.
It's Glenda Bates behind the dish here, calling the game.
Matt Jacks over at first, and Tatum Stoliting over on third.
We'll see where her strike zone is.
1-0. A little high for ball 2. The 2-0. Does not get the inside corner, so the count will go to 3-0. So Morrison getting the call for game 3, as well as Kayla Green, who has pitched in all 3 games, or Kayla Green will be pitching. That'll hit the outside corner for a strike.
Looks like she turned, planning on taking a little walk. Late call. We'll take it.
The 3-1 to Bergeson. That one fouled off, so the count will go to full.
I know we say this to death, but this could be a huge strikeout for the Lopes.
Yeah, with 2 outs and 2 on, keep the deficit only down to 1. A good inning for Yesenia Morrison if she can get out of this one. The 3-2 grounder picked up by Smith. Throw on to first. They'll do just that and get out of the inning.
Very nice.
New Mexico State gets 1 and leaves 2 on. The score remains 1-0 as we go to the Lopes, bottom of the first.
Get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU. From the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV20 to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up.
Lopes will be looking to get a run on the board as we move to the bottom of the first. Kayla Green in the circle for New Mexico State. Nikki Butler behind the dish at catcher. Janelle Medina at third. Rachel Rodriguez at short. Kelsey Horton, the reigning WAC Player of the Week, at second. Farron Glocken at first. Amy Bergeson in left. Center field, Victoria Castro, and right field, Katie Sesney. Both teams not necessarily changing anything defensively. Kennedy Sorensen has found herself in the designated player spot for New Mexico State. She got 2 hits. She's a pinch hitter in the first game. Got the start at the DP in the second game. Found herself her first collegiate hit and then followed that up with her second. But everything for both teams basically staying the same.
Well, the Lopes have seen Kayla Green both games yesterday. Starter in one of them, came in as a reliever in the other. What do you think? Do they have her solved yet?
Well, we'll have to find out as Taylor Kay leads us off here in the bottom of the first. It'll be Kay, Olsen, and Gonzalez. Lineup staying basically the same for the Lopes. After Gonzalez, the Smith sisters, Lainey Gomez, Bianca Bowling, Maddie Dowdle, and Kenzie Hill. We'll see if they can get ahead of Kayla Green. They've seen enough of her. And Taylor Kay will lead things off. Kay batting .343 on the season, 3 RBIs, 35 hits. Show and bunt, takes the strike. 35 hits for Kay. And her, we'll see what she can do. The 0-1. Bunt shown, pulls back, takes it for ball 1.
Well, and Kay is pretty good in the leadoff spot, batting about .500.
Yeah, Kay usually, well, early on in the season was a lot lower down in the lineup, the 1-1. Chopper foul, but it seems like Coach Pearson has changed a lot of things up about this lineup. You know, usually it's Shea Smith who I believe leads things off, then it's Lorianne Olson, and then it's sort of a mix between a lot of players. But Taylor Kay was usually the bottom half of that lineup in the 8-9 spot to try to get some speed at the bottom half. Roller picked up. Throw on to first. Medina gets the out for out number 1.
Your second baseman,
So Lorianne Olson will step in with 1 out. Gonzalez on the deck. First one on the way to Olson. Little inside for ball 1. Kayla Green, 3.25 ERA, 12 wins, 8 losses, 49 earned runs, and 57 strikeouts. The 1-0 on the way. Chopper picked up by Horton, not going to be in time. Olsen's on.
Great job by Olsen to dig that one out.
Yeah, a little high chopper to Kelsey Horton, and Lorianne Olsen's got such great speed out of the box, able to get to first in time. And now we'll see if Nikki Gonzalez can bring her around. Wind is blowing away from the stadium, so any ball in the air is going to carry. And we know how much power Nikki Gonzalez has got. First one on the way. Outside for ball 1. 8 home runs for Nikki this season so far, 35 RBIs and 44 hits. 355 average for the senior. The 1-0. A little high for ball 2.
Well, good grief. Let's see it become 9 home runs here.
Yeah, that'd be great. Get the Lopes another lead early on, just like the first game. Hopefully a different outcome as opposed to the first game. 2-0 on the way. Inside, driven way foul. Like you said, anything over the plate, Nikki's going to crush that. Two-one on the way to Gonzalez. Ground ball to Horton. Going to have to make the play at first, only play, so Olsen will go to second. Now 2 down for the Lopes, and Shea Smith will step in.
It's a good at-bat. Push the runner to second, get her in scoring position. You know, give Shea a chance to bring her in.
It's not going to take a whole lot to bring around Lorianne Olsen. She's got great speed. A ball into the gap in left and right field will zero issue bringing around Lorianne Olsen.
A base hit will do it.
Oh, yeah. First one on the way to Smith. Inside for ball 1. Sierra Smith on deck. And then Laney Gomez if we get to that point. 2 down for the Lopes, 1 on. 1-0 count to Shea Smith. The 1-0 inside for ball 2.
Olsen taking a healthy lead off up there. Trying to get Horton to come over and cover the base. And try to get her to cheat over or open up that gap.
2-0 on the way. Smith going opposite field, not going to be in fair territory. This looks like Brianna Aguilar-Bocage getting warm in the bullpen. Doesn't necessarily mean that Yesenia Morrison's day is done, just keeping Bobo warm in case they need her. Few options for the Lopes, Lexi Coons, and then obviously Mariah Valencia if needed. That one runs inside, 3-1 the count. Two down, runner on second, 3-1 count on the way to Smith. That one fouled off again. Mexico State has also got somebody warming up in their bullpen. Just in case Kayla Green runs into a little more trouble. Looks like it's Samara. That one's inside for strike 3. So Lopes will leave 1 on as we head to the top of the second. The score still 1-0. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
There's an exciting new destination for food, fun, and relaxation in the heart of Phoenix. Come to GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain hands-on workplace experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like the resort-style pool and full-service fitness center. You'll never want to leave after you experience Canyon 49's modern urban cuisine and play at the GCU Championship Golf Course. Room rates $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com to book your visit today.
I'm Jerome. I received a bachelor's degree in secondary education. I am a former Division I student athlete here at Grand Canyon University. GCU's College of Education is sending teachers out to make a change, to instill the American dream again in the children. Good teachers have a purpose. It's creating future leaders of the world, and it's creating students that will go on to dream and believe in themselves and make this world a better place.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Starting here in the top of the second, the score still 1-0. Katie Cesny leading off for New Mexico State. First one on the way. Inside, got the outside corner, for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way to Cesny. Swung on and missed. Fouled. Got a piece of it, it looks like, so the count will go to 0-2.
Well, and we were just commentating here in the during the break about how beautiful a day it is here in Phoenix.
Very nice day out here. A little windy. It was pretty chilly last night, the 0-2. A little high for ball 1. 83 so far at game time. 4-mile-per-hour winds blowing away from the stadium. Like I said, anything that's in the air is going to carry, which could be the benefit of either team. Hopefully, New Mexico State hits everything on the ground. The 1-2 outside for ball 2. But a nice day out here in Phoenix, Arizona. Probably not too cold for you, Luke. I know you're not a native Arizonian.
Yeah, well, I'm from Minnesota, so this is just perfect.
Oh, the 2-2 does not get the call. The count will go to full. That was a good pitch by Yesenia Morrison. Not sure where that one missed. Yeah, it gets pretty cold out there in Minnesota, I bet.
It does indeed.
The 3-2. Popped up in the air. Smith's going back on it. It's going to be Shea. She's going to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Lopes, and Kennedy Sorensen, who found herself her first career collegiate hit for New Mexico State yesterday, and then followed up with another one. Steps in with 1 down for New Mexico State. First one on the way. Outside corner for strike 1. Yeah, and I'm not sure if you're a basketball fan, Luke, but I know the Minnesota Timberwolves made the playoffs.
Well, I was just seeing the other day, it's the first time the Timberwolves, the Wild, the Vikings have all made the playoffs in the same year.
Since 2004, is that what you said?
I think ever, but maybe 2004. I don't know. It always feels like someone's losing out there.
The 1-1 on the way. Grounder picked up by Morrison. Easy throw to first for out number 2. Quick hands by Yesenia Morrison. Janelle Medina stepping in. The 9th hole hitter for New Mexico State. 2 down for the Lopes, looking to get out of this one again. A 1-2-3 inning. First one on the way. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0 on the way. Off speed. Got it that time. Inside corner for strike 1.
Lopes would love to get the out here, avoid facing Rodriguez in the top of the order again.
The 1-1. Bunt shown, pulls back, not going to get the call on the outside, so count will go to 2-1. Medina batting .225 on the season, .241 with 2 outs. Morrison looking to get out of this 1-2-3 inning. The 2-1. Inside again, not going to get the call for ball 3. That one smacked foul. Well, I don't know a whole lot about hockey, but I can tell you what, I know the Timberwolves were not good for a very long time.
Yeah, they've had their struggles, but they're rebuilding it the right way. Got a couple first-round picks. Got Jimmy Butler. Got Karl Anthony Towns. You know, they've been looking good.
3-2. Ground ball going to split the middle. Going to be a 2-out base hit by Janelle Medina, and now the top of the order, and Rachel Rodriguez will step in.
Like we said earlier, the senior's batting .381, dangerous when she's up at bat.
First one outside for strike 1. And Rodriguez with runners on is batting .439, so definitely a threat, and even batting even better with 2 outs at .533. Lopes would love to get her out and get back to hitting, try to tie this up. The 0-1. Medina will go, throw down, not in time.
Well, that'll negate the force at first and second. Now just first being a force.
Now with runners on, 2 outs. 1-1 count. Yesenia Morrison looking to get out of this inning with no runs brought around the 1-1. Outside for ball 2. Two-1 on the way. That one smacked foul. So the count will go to 2-2. All 2s on the board. 2 outs, 2 balls, and 2 strikes. And a runner on second.
Have a little conference in the circle here.
That's right. So the Lopes will break the conference. Two outs, 2-2. Morrison looking to get out of this one with no runs brought around the 2-2. Outside for ball 3. Count goes to full.
Rodriguez's last at bat, she grounded it to Shea Smith. So hopefully she does the same.
The 3-2 outside for ball 4. So now runners on second and first, and Kelsey Horton, a big threat for New Mexico State, steps up.
Second baseman.
And with the wind going out and everything, you know, she's looking to make it 18 for her.
First one on the way to Horton. She'll drive that one foul. I think that's the plan for Yesenia Morrison, is to throw inside on the hands to Kelsey Horton. Last time they were able to get her to pop up on a pitch inside. Count will go 0-1. The 0-1 on the way to Horton. Inside, picked up by Smith. She'll make the easy tag on her base, and that will be out number 3. So the Lopes are able to let New Mexico strand 2. No runs come around. The score remains 1-0. Cool down with iced coffee, tea, and smoothies from GCBC. That's the Grand Canyon Beverage Company, open in the Student Union and Roadrunner Apartments. You a connoisseur of anything at GCBC, Luke?
I'm a simple man. I'm all about just plain black coffee.
Plain black coffee.
I often get a weird look from the poor barista that has to remember all the different orders. You know, I get up there, just give me a cup and put some coffee in it.
No creamer or sugar, nothing? Just straight
Nothing.
black coffee?
Sometimes a couple ice cubes.
Just a couple ice cubes?
Yeah, you know, they
to
make
cool
it
it
so
down?
hot.
Oh, okay.
I like to be able to taste it.
Well, we'll see if the Lopes bats can get hot. And Sierra Smith leads things off for GCU. Still awaiting New Mexico State to take the field. And there they go.
You got to go to at GCBC?
Well, you're a, I guess, regular coffee guy. I'm a regular iced tea guy.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes a little black tea lemonade, my usual go-to.
Sure. Kind of like an Arnie Palmer, but a little different.
Well, you just substitute the regular iced tea for black tea, but
Sure.
yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's really good, though. Highly suggest.
Maybe I'll try it next time I'm over there.
Oh, yeah, it's very, very good. Sierra Smith will lead things off, batting .357 in the leadoff spot and leading any inning for Sierra Smith. See if she can get on and hopefully get something going for the Lopes. Then we'll have the 6, 7, 8 of Lainey Gomez, Bianca Bowling, and Maddie Dowdle. First one on the way. That one's fouled off.
Well, and like we were saying before the game, Lopes are looking for a lot of production from that second half of the lineup. They were looking good yesterday. Hopefully they can keep rolling on all cylinders.
Yeah, it seemed like Lainey Gomez would get things going, Bowling would get on, and then Maddie Dowdle was able to bring them around. The 0-1 on the way. Outside for ball 1. And if that's how the Lopes will score runs, that's how they did in the first game. They were down 1-0 in this similar situation, in this similar inning, and it was those 3 who were able to bring them around.
Right. Hopefully Smith can get on base here and help the team get some runs.
1-1 will go foul.
Nice snag there.
And they got a fan who grabbed it?
Yeah.
How about that?
Rolled off the sunshade there and reached up, barehanded it. Very nice.
Some quick hands in the stands. 1-2 on the way to Smith. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. Butler trying to get the call on the frame. Did not get the call. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs to Sierra Smith. The 2-2 on the way. That one's going to be a roller to Horton. Makes the play. Quick flip over to first for out number 1.
Fans, as a reminder, please return all foul balls to the third base dugout.
Well, with that'll bring up Lainey Gomez. Like we were saying, she's the gal who really got things started for them yesterday. Hopefully she can get on here. She's batting
Lainey Gomez.
.326 on the season.
326 for Lainey Gomez. And with 1 out, we'll look to get things going. Like we said, we'll talk it to death all game. That 6, 7, 8 spot for the Lopes, very, very productive. First one on the way to Gomez. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0 to Gomez. Bunt shown, pulls back, takes it for ball 2.
Good eye.
Yeah, very good eye by Lainey Gomez, able to pull back on that one. The 2-0. In there for strike 1. Looks like Samaria Diaz warming up for New Mexico State. She was getting loose in the previous inning. She was the Game 1 starter for New Mexico State. And now warming up in the New Mexico bullpen, the 2-1. Who inside for ball 3. Again, not saying that Kayla Green's day is done, but if she's needed, she is available.
Yeah, just in case there's some trouble out there. Need to bring someone in real quick, get a couple outs.
3-1 on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
She's a great weapon for them.
Pitched pretty well throughout Game 1. And it wasn't until really Kayla Green came in relief where the Lopes were able to score runs. The 3-2. Outside, and Lainey Gomez will get on with a 1-out walk. Now Bianca Bowling will step in.
The first baseman.
The Aggies are just so good this season. Lopes are the only ones that have been able to beat them in WAC play.
Yeah, so far Lopes were able to give the New Mexico State Aggies their first conference loss of the season. First one on the way. In there for strike 1. New Mexico State came into the series 6-0. They got obviously Game 1. They moved to 7-0, and then now 7-1. And I believe they are tied with Seattle University for first place. The 1-0. Bowling, grounder. Glocken's going to make the only play at first, so Gomez will move to second. And Bowling will be out on the ground out.
Advance the runner. Able to advance the runner, get her in scoring position.
So we'll see if Maddie Dowdle can bring around Lainey Gomez, tie this thing up for the Lopes in the bottom of the second.
Maddie Dowdle.
Dowdle's batting .248, .233 with 2 outs.
Takes the first one for a ball, so the count will go to 1-0. Runner on second, 2 outs. Lopes looking to tie it up. The 1-0. Inside and off the leg of Maddie Dowdle, so she'll get a free base.
Take her base.
And Kenzie Hill with 2 on will try to get things going for GCU.
She'll walk it off. Didn't look too hard. Those always sting, though.
So Kenzie Hill will step in for GCU, the 5th-year senior, after sitting out 1 year from Utah State. First one on the way to Hill. Inside for ball 1. So we'll get a brief conversation from New Mexico State. They did this a lot all game last time, except they brought in the entire team. Mostly when you've got a mound visit, quote-unquote, a mound visit, it's usually just the infield or maybe just a handful of the infielders and then the catcher and the pitcher and the head coach. But New Mexico State, opposed from right now, usually brings everybody in for a mound visit.
Sure. Well, you know what it is. They're not in the circle.
Yeah, they are not in the circle. That's right.
Missed the circle by about 20 feet.
Yeah. So,
figure out how they're going to pitch to her.
Yeah, well, with changing the game plan after throwing a ball, I guess. Because if for some reason New Mexico State decides to intentionally walk Kenzie Hill, they'll have Taylor Kay, who is 0 for 1 so far, but is batting pretty well in the leadoff spot for the Lopes.
Yeah, I would much rather pitch to Kenzie Hill than face Taylor.
The 0-1 on the way. Hill, slow roller. It'll be picked up by Medina, but it'll be foul.
Though I will say, Hill is batting 180 on the season, but she is 250 when there's 2 outs.
Not going to take a lot to bring around Lainey Gomez from second. The 1-1. In the dirt for ball 2. Hill has 6 walks on the season and 1 hit by pitch. Taylor Kay on deck. Lorianne Olson in the hole, the 2-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2 on the inside corner. Throw down to second, not going to be in time. Gomez is safe. The 2-2. And it'll be smacked foul.
Love to see Lainey Gomez get that healthy leadoff. You know, make Horton come over, open up the field a little bit.
Maybe with 2 outs and 2 strikes, a possible hit and run situation if Hill can get some contact on the ball and draw somebody away from their position. That'll definitely score Lainey Gomez. The 2-2. Ooh, check swing. Gets the end of Hill's bat and it'll go foul. So Kenzie Hill will stay alive. The 2-2. Outside for ball 3.
Rodriguez is playing pretty deep there at short. A little bit of a shift.
Well, obviously with 2 strikes, bunting wouldn't necessarily be the greatest idea. The 3-2. That one line might drop. It'll go foul. Oof. Not a bad look.
Oh, very close.
From Kenzie Hill.
Horton was already at home by the time it hit the ground.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Gomez.
So the count remains full. The 3-2 on the way. Ground ball picked up by Rodriguez will make the play at second. The Lopes will strand the bases. And the score will remain 1-0. We move to the top of the 3rd. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching GCU Softball here on GCU TV.
I'm Keaton. I'm a senior at Grand Canyon University, studying management in the Colangelo College of Business. Working at the Antelope Reception Center has been the greatest opportunity I've ever had in my life. Prospective students come to get tours of campus. With GCU Live, we developed a system where students around the world can get a live tour of campus. Anything you possibly need is here on campus. There's no better place to be than GCU.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
I'm Kinsey. I'm a junior at Grand Canyon University studying marketing at the Colangelo College of Business. So I chose marketing because I wanted to start my own event planning company. I love bringing people together. I am the account manager here at the Student Ad Agency. The Student Ad Agency is the inaugural startup agency in which students have the opportunity to work with internal and external clients. We're getting real-world experience before graduating college.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Here in the top of the 3rd, the score is still 1-0. Lopes looking to shut down New Mexico State and get back to hitting and try to get some runs on the board at the bottom half of this inning, but they got to get through Victoria Castro, Nikki Butler, and Farron Glocken to get to that point. Castro with a double in her only at-bat so far. 1 for 1. Morrison still in the circle for the Lopes. First one on the way. Inside for ball 1. The 1-0 to Castro. Outside for strike 1.
Well, and what a dangerous part of the lineup here. Castro with 370, Butler with 379, and Glocken with 289.
The 1-1. That one's going to slice, and it'll go foul. So the count will go to 1-2, no outs on that foul ball by Castro. The 1-2. Slow roller. Smith will come over to get it. Throw on to first for out number 1. So with 1 down, Nikki Butler will step in.
Number 11, the catcher, Nikki Butler.
Butler coming into this game batting .382. In the cleanup spot for New Mexico State, 0 for 1 so far. And she will find her way on base with a free base, a hit by a pitch.
Didn't even flinch.
No. Kind of the similar spot where Maddie Dowdle got hit. Guess it must be that, I don't know, got her in what, the shin? Or the somewhere on the leg?
Yeah, lower hip probably.
Okay.
It's kind of tough to see from up here.
Well, either way, Butler finds herself on first, and now Farron Glocken will step in with 1 down. The first one on the way. Liner picked up by Smith.
What a great
throw over
catch.
to first. Oh, and Bowling doesn't get the dig, but a great grab by Shea Smith. A little bit of a low throw by Shea Smith. She had a little more time than maybe she thought. Bowling unable to get the dig. 2 down for GCU.
Left fielder, Amy Bergeson.
I think she just got a little too excited. You know, thought, wow, I can't believe I caught that. I'm going to toss it over as fast as I can and try to get her.
Amy Bergeson will step in with 2 outs. First one on the way. Outside for ball 1. No need to worry too much about Nikki Butler on first. Has 0 attempts in terms of stolen bases. And with 2 outs, Morrison looking to get out of this inning. Once again, the 1-0. Outside for ball 2. The 2-0 on the way to Bergeson. Ooh, check swing. Did she go? She did not. Wow.
I'm not sure how much I like that one. Good grief.
So, check swing successful for New Mexico State, and the count will go to 3-0. Guess she held back a little more than it looked from up here. The 3-0 in there for strike 1.
And these umpires do such a great job. You know, they see so many games. They know what they're looking at.
So the count goes to 3-1, 2 outs, 3-1 on the way. And it'll be a 2-out walk for Amy Bergeson. Now Katie Cesny will step in.
Right fielder, Katie Cesny.
Cesny 0 for 1 so far, batting .247. 2 outs, forced out at any base. Lopes looking to get something on the ground, the first one on the way. Bunt shown, nobody covering any bag, so everyone's safe. The 0-1 on the way to Cesny. Outside corner won't get the call. Count goes to 1-1.
I suppose I'd be pretty surprised if anyone took off. Like you said, Butler, no attempts on the season.
Yeah, 0 for 0 for Nikki Butler in stolen base attempts.
There's a first time for anything, right?
Oh, yeah, the 1-1. That one lined into center. It's going to fall. Butler rounding home. The throw in. It's going to be cut off by Bowling. And Butler was in there safely. Kind of wish Bianca Bowling had just let that one go through. It was a great throw.
Yeah, it was on line. Could have been a play. Looked like it would have beat her, but cut off, you know, that's what you're told to do.
I think Bowling was maybe hoping that she could catch one of the runners rounding and get somebody out at second, but New Mexico State tacks another one on. The score 2-0 as Kennedy Sorensen steps in. First one in there for a ball. Sorensen 0 for 1 so far. Had a ground out to Yesenia Morrison. The 1-0. Line foul.
Well, what were we saying earlier? Lopes got to get that third out when they can. This team is dangerous when they get rolling.
The 1-1. That'll go foul.
Nice barehanded snag.
Yeah. Quick hands by Kenzie Hill.
Wish I could do that.
The 1-2 on the way. Lined. Smith picks it up. Throw on to first. In time for out number 3, but not before New Mexico State tacks on another run. The score goes 2-0 as we move to the bottom of the third.
GCU TV's latest series is here to answer your questions. Watch new episodes of Ask GCU every week on youtube.com/GCU and tweet all your GCU related questions to #AskGCU to get your question featured. Also, I know we spend a lot of time talking about sports, but those guys have thrown together quite the series.
Very informative, very entertaining series is Ask GCU, asking the tough questions. I know we've asked, I don't necessarily remember every single episode, but
where to take a nap on campus,
where the best Wi-Fi is.
All the important questions, you know?
Yeah, they even asked the biggest question, is GCU even a school?
And I'm sure President Mueller, who's here with us in the stadium, he'd definitely say it is. I know he's extremely busy.
I would hope that it's a school because I go here.
Well, that's true. We all go to class.
Yeah, would hope so. But it is a school, and we are here for the softball game. Taylor K leading things off in the bottom of the third. The score 2-0. Lopes still looking for their first run, and we'll see if Taylor K can get things going.
Wouldn't that be quite the surprise? It's not a school, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Kay is batting .483 when she leads off.
First one in there for a strike. Taylor Kay, a very successful leadoff hitter for the Lopes, regardless when she was down at the bottom of the order or leading in the actual leadoff spot. .483 for Taylor Kay. First one on the way. Kay, slow roller picked up by Medina. Going to be a quick throw, and they got her.
Nice catch there by Glacken. Able to stretch over, get the out.
Lorianne Olson will step in now with one out. Olson 1 for 1 so far in the 2-hole. Nikki Gonzalez on deck. First one on the way. Olson, slow roll again. Medina makes the play again for out number 2.
Same spot. Medina able to make that look like it's complete muscle memory.
And Nikki Gonzalez will step in, 2 outs. Lopes still down 2-0. Gonzalez 0 for 1, batting .352, and with 2 outs batting .438. So I'm liking the odds with Nikki Gonzalez at the plate. Always a threat for the long ball. First one on the way. Inside for strike 1.
Now batting, Nikki Gonzalez.
The 0-1. Ground ball to Horton. This will end the inning. So the Lopes go down 1-2-3. The score still 2-0. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
I'm Christian Talon, and I'm earning my bachelor's in information technology at Grand Canyon University. I really wanted to be able to integrate my faith and career, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to go to GCU. One of my favorite ways to do that is by being a part of the life groups on campus. It's a great place to come and study the Bible and have that community experience. Cyber threats are a growing problem for companies and individuals alike. A lot of resources online are under scrutiny of attack. I found it my purpose to try and help businesses and Christian foundations and defend themselves against those attacks. One of the great benefits of going to GCU is that we as students get access to the state-of-the-art IT labs that the university is setting up for us. I really feel like the professors at GCU have invested in me personally They're always encouraging and providing me with the resources to further my own education and really just grow my interest and passion for technology.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
Will step in for New Mexico State here in the top of the fourth. Was able to make 2 of the 3 outs last inning, and now stepping up with a 2-run lead. Lopes looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Get an opportunity to get at bat. Medina, Rodriguez, and Horton will be the 1-2-3. The 0-1. That'll go outside for ball 1. Medina so far 1 for 1 with a base hit. The 1-1. That one will go right over Sierra Smith's head. It'll be a leadoff base hit for Janelle Medina. Now Rachel Rodriguez will step in. Well, the Lopes were able to come back in every single game. Obviously, game 1, they took the loss 6-5, but they were down 6-2 at one point. And then in game 2, they ended up winning on a comeback in the bottom of the 7th.
And all season, they've done a great job coming back. They've done a great job getting some runs in tough situations. Love to see them be able to finish out some of these games, get those hard wins.
The 1-0 is smacked foul.
Had just a little bit of trouble finishing those tough games.
The 1-1 on the way. It'll be a slow roller. Hill's going to have to make the play at first. She will, and that'll be out number 1 for GCU. So the runner moves to second, and Kelsey Horton will step in with 1 out.
Rodriguez able to do her job, move the runner over. Only have 1 out. See if they can bring her in.
First one on the way to Horton. Little high for ball 1. The 1-0. Horton pops that one up. Gomez coming in. Makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down now for the Lopes after the leadoff base hit by Janelle Medina. And now Victoria Castro will step in.
And this will be hugely important for the Lopes. Get that 3rd out, finish the inning.
First one on the way to Castro. Outside corner for ball 1. Castro 1 for 2 so far. A double and then a ground out.
Batting .375 with 2 outs.
The 1-0 ground ball to Olsen. Makes the play at first, and the Lopes get out of it. New Mexico leaves one on. And the score remains 2-0. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Check out Sunday Brunch every Sunday at the Canyon 49 Grill, where Grand Canyon University spirit meets the Phoenix food scene. Brunch is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Sunday, and that includes after the semester is over. So if you're ever at the Canyon 49 Grill, or you got some relatives staying in Phoenix and they happen to be staying at the hotel, brunch. Everybody loves a good brunch.
Hey, you gotta go and get brunch.
Yeah, a good brunch for either before or after church, whatever your taste may be, or how early you go to church, I should say, or
right.
late. So in the bottom of the 4th, the score is still 2-0. It'll be Shea Smith, Sierra Smith, and then Lainey Gomez to lead off things here in the bottom of the fourth. Lopes still looking for a run. Try to tie things up or at least knock down the deficit just a little bit. A very obtainable goal, 2 runs. Not going to take a whole lot.
Right. Get someone on, you know, get a home run. We're even.
So Shea Smith steps up, leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth. First one on the way. Show and bunt, doesn't go. Takes it for a ball.
Well, and like we said, we're going to talk this to death all day. This is the half of the lineup the Lopes really want to see production out of.
The 1-0 on the way. That one's going to hit the outside corner for a strike. Yeah, it seems, well, you've got that middle part, that 6, 7, 8 with Laney Gomez, Bianca Bowling, and Maddie Dowdle. But, you know, last night in Game 2, Sierra Smith got on, and then it was just those 3 that brought her around. The 1-1. Going to be a chopper picked up by Green, underhand over to first for out number 1. So Shea Smith goes down on the ground out. Sierra Smith stepping in with 1 out.
Well, she and her sister have so much speed. You'd love to see them get on.
The third baseman.
We'll see if Sierra can do just that.
Sierra Smith.
First one on the way to Smith. That one's popped up in the air. Coming over to get it is Bergeson. She'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs, and Laney Gomez steps in with 2 outs.
Number 11.
Well, certainly not the way the Lopes wanted to start the inning. See if they can get something going.
First one on the way to Gomez. Outside for ball 1.
Gomez walked her last at bat.
See if she can get on again and get something going for the Lopes. First one, chopper, picked up by Horton. In time, 1-2-3 inning for New Mexico State, and we move to the top of the 5th. The score, still 2-0. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Hello, Phoenix. This is Jerry Colangelo from Grand Canyon University. You can join the GCU community by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors and get the support you need to excel. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
For the 5th, as Nikki Butler leads things off for New Mexico State. Butler has gone on twice, once with an error and then hit by a pitch where she came around to score in the 3rd. First one on the way to Butler. Inside for strike 1.
Butler batting .500 in the leadoff spot.
The 0-1. Butler takes that one in the dirt for ball 1. Yeah, Butler batting very well when she is the leadoff hitter. Of course, she bats in the cleanup spot as usual, but .500 average in the leadoff spot. The 1-1. Ground ball to Shea Smith. Bobbled it a little bit. Throw on to first in the recovery. They got her in time. Great play by Shea Smith on the recovery to get out number 1.
I think she was struggling a little bit with the shadows here. As our viewers at home could see, you know, we've got some nice shadows coming across from this brand new ballpark.
Farron Glocken will step in now with 1 out. First one outside for ball 1. Glocken 0 for 1 with a walk. Popped up in the air, coming over, it'll go foul.
Looks like she had a walk in the first and a line out to the shortstop in the third.
Mariah Valencia warming up in the Lopes bullpen. The 1-1. Outside for ball 2. Again, really ever since, it's been kind of on and off here for Yesenia Morrison so far. First inning, she let up a run. Second inning, pretty quiet. Third inning, another run comes by. Fourth inning, very quiet. See if she can change her luck here in the fifth inning, kind of break that trend. But Morrison pitching pretty well so far. 4 innings pitched, only 1 earned run, and, well, no strikeouts, but still pitching very well for Yesenia.
And pretty much kept everything on the ground. Couple out to the outfield, but for the most part, over to third and shortstop.
And 2-2 goes outside for ball 3. The 3-2. That one will go foul. Of course, the Lopes would love a 1-2-3 inning here. Carry some sort of momentum in the fifth.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time you can keep them from getting a hit, that'll transfer into hopefully a couple hits.
The 3-2. That'll be a liner right past Sierra Smith. Dowdle will pick it up and throw it into Shea. So a base hit for Farron Glocken, and now Amy Bergensen will step in.
Like we've said a couple times, Aggies are just great with 2 outs. I suppose there's only 1 out right now.
Well, hopefully we can get a double play here and end this inning. Lopes have, for the most part, been able to get out of innings even after giving up just a base hit. And a double play here would be huge. Bergensen 0 for 1 so far. First one outside. She had a ground out and then a walk in the third. Count 1-0. The 1-0 on the way. Outside for ball 2.
With 1 out, Sierra Smith will play in a little bit, try to cover for the bunt. Her sister Shea will play back, double play depth.
2-0, swung on and missed for strike 1. The 2-1. Outside for ball 3. The 3-1 on the way to Bergensen. Slow roller. It'll go foul. Would have been definitely trouble if that had stayed fair.
Well, and Kenzie Hill doing a great job showing that she's willing to throw over to first, get Glocken to shorten up her leadoff, keep her from, getting over to third on a base hit.
So the count is full, 1 down, 1 on. The 3-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 1 for Yesenia Morrison. 2 down now for the Lopes.
It was a dirty pitch.
Took a little something off it and got Bergensen swinging. So 2 outs, and Katie Cesny will step in. First one on the way to Cesny. First in there for a strike.
See if some of that momentum can carry us through this batter.
The 0-1 to Cesny. In there for strike 2. Morrison looking to get out of this inning once again, the 0-2. Slow roller picked up by Smith, throw on to first. Lopes get out of the inning, no runs come around. Aggies strand one. We move to the bottom of the fifth to score 2-0.
Grand Canyon University Arena is proud to host Elevate Music Festival for its 2018 Phoenix debut. Top names in Christian music will perform in the 3-day festival this June. Tickets are already on sale at gcuarena.com.
In the bottom of the fifth, it'll be Bianca Bowling, Maddie Dowdle, and Kenzie Hill. Bowling 0 for 1 so far. We talked about that 6, 7, 8. Now it's Bowling leading off for GCU. The very productive 6, 7, 8, bottom half of the order for the Lopes. And we'll see if they can change their luck a little bit. Pretty quiet so far, that bottom three. Gomez, Bowling, and Dowdle all hitless so far. Of course, Dowdle, her first at bat, she was hit by a pitch.
I think the Aggies have noticed that those are the productive batters for the Lopes. They're trying to pitch around them. Dowdle getting hit, that's probably a product of them trying to avoid the strike zone.
So Bianca Bowling will lead things off in the bottom of the fifth. In game one, this is where the Lopes were able to score runs and tie and cut the deficit to 1. Let's see if they can get a few runs across here, tie it up, and hopefully take the lead. And it all starts with Bianca Bowling here in the bottom of the fifth. Philip Katafmo, Luke Larkin on the call. And we get the bottom of the fifth on the way. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0 on the way. That one in the air. Going back is Castro, makes the catch for out number 1. So Bowling flies out. Now Maddie Dowdle will step in.
Number 4.
Dowdle, like we said, hasn't technically faced an at-bat yet. Got hit.
Yeah, Dowdle hit by a pitch in the second inning.
Swing on the first one.
Yeah, swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1. Dowdle gets a piece of that one. Count goes to 0-2. Oh, and 2 goes to count. The pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-2 outside for ball 2. Two the count, 1 out. Dowdle looking to get things going for the Lopes. That one will go foul. Dowdle will stay alive.
Great eyes on Dowdle to fight her way back into this one.
The 2-2 on the way. Dowdle lines that one foul. Got a whole lot of that one.
That'll go all the way out to the batting cages and left.
So a good swing on that one for Maddie Dowdle, but it goes foul.
Probably not quite home run distance.
The 2-2 goes foul. Because when he hits the top button, it goes quiet. Told you I was just hearing things. So the 2-2, 1 out. Dowdle staying alive, looking to extend the inning for the Lopes. That one in the air might drop. It won't. Great catch by Cesny out in right field for out number 2.
Coming in, fighting the shadows a little bit. No problem. Makes the catch.
So with 2 down, Kenzie Hill will look to get a 2-out rally going. Hill so far 0 for 1. Had a fielder's choice in her first at-bat. The first one on the way. That one will be a base hit for Kenzie Hill, and the inning will continue.
What a great look by Hill, able to get on that first one. Put it right back up the middle.
Right back up the middle for Kenzie Hill, and now Taylor Kay with a runner on first and 2 outs will look to keep the 2-out rally going. Michaela Bongi warming up for the Aggies. First one on the way. Kay shows bunt off of Butler. It will be a strike.
Ball got away from her a little bit there. Thought we might have seen some action from Hill, but stays on the bag.
The 0-1 on the way to Kay. Slow roller picked up by Horton. Throw on to first. Ooh, close play, but they will call her out, and the Lopes will go down, stranding 1 on. The score remains 2-0 as we move to the top of the 6th. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
I'm Levi. I'm co-founder of Electric Longboards. We started the business as college students. The Colangelo College of Business will do anything they can to help you be successful.
I'm Nathan, and I'm co-founder of Electric Longboards. GCU is a very entrepreneurial-minded college. We were able to go into the Lopes lab and use their 3D printers to prototype the board. I found my purpose because I figured out what I love to do.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
It happens in a flash.
The crack of thunder.
Practice paid off. When everything we work to build
takes flight in that moment.
Time stops.
Through clouds of doubt.
We emerge.
We climb.
We reach from within.
For a higher calling.
Together.
We soar.
This is our purpose.
Our season.
Our time.
We are Lopes. Rising.
The 6th pinch hitter now for New Mexico State, Stephanie Duran, checking in for the Aggies. Lopes still down 2-0. Yesenia Morrison still in the circle for the Lopes.
Have a little conference here at the beginning of the inning. Get on the same page.
So Duran pinch hitting for Kennedy Sorensen. And we get it going here in the top of the 6th. First one in there for ball 1.
She's batting 200 on the season, but 600 from the leadoff spot.
Yeah, Duran pinch hitting the freshman infielder for the Aggies. Batting 200 so far in the season. The 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Morrison threw 5, 1 strikeout, 5 hits, and 1 earned run. The 2-0. Grounder picked up by Smith, going to have to make it quick. Great dig by Bianca Bowling, out number 1 for the Lopes defense.
Bowling able to make that stretch play. Had a little bit of trouble today with that, able to get it there.
So with 1 out, Janelle Medina will step back in for New Mexico State. Medina 2 for 2 so far, both singles. Lopes looking to get her quiet, the first one on the way. Chopper to Olsen, they'll do just that. Out number 2 for the Lopes.
Couple quick outs for the Lopes. Look to finish this inning right here.
That'll be Rachel Rodriguez on the top of this New Mexico State lineup. Rodriguez takes the first one for a ball. More of those weird cards coming out of the back pocket of, or actually out of the armband of Rachel Rodriguez. Same issue she had in the first game. Dewey Jeffries and I were on the call. We thought that maybe it was some business cards. But Rachel was trying to do some networking here in Phoenix.
Never a bad idea.
Never a bad idea at all.
Have a feeling, though, that's probably not what's going on.
I would assume not, but you never know. The 2-0 on the way to Rodriguez. Off speed outside for ball 3.
Some coaches, you know, they've got a bunch of different signals. You need the card for it. Other coaches, not so much.
3-0 on the way to Rodriguez. In there for strike 1.
I see it quite a bit from, you know, your catchers and pitchers. Not quite as common with the batters, but some programs, they swear by it.
The 3-1. That one will slice. Dowdle is there. A 1-2-3 inning for the Lopes. Just what they needed. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Score still 2-0. Now you can enjoy coffee and tea from the Grand Canyon Beverage Company in your own home. GCBC's locally sourced coffee beans and fine teas are available online at lopeshops.gcu.edu/GCBC. So you can also use the promo code GCUTV20 to get 20% off of that order for all of your coffees and teas in the GCBC portion of the Lope Shop. But also, if you're looking for a t-shirt or a jacket or anything GC related, you can also use its similar promo code.
Or a mug for your coffee.
Not everybody gets the luxury that you and I have to enjoy GCBC on campus. So now, here's your chance.
And I know Dewey was saying yesterday, as he's graduating, had his last broadcast last night.
Yeah.
He's going to be excited to be able to take some coffee with him back home.
Yeah, they have. I've noticed they have the K-Cups if you've got a Keurig or one of those devices. Bags of tea. I mean, it's a great variety there at the Lope Shop. GCU TV 20. Don't be afraid to use that promo code. So the Lopes will be looking for some runs here. Lorianne Olson will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. Lopes still down by 2.
Well, let's see if some of that momentum can roll over for the Lopes.
So Olson, 1 for 2 so far, a ground out and then a base hit. Batting .407 in the leadoff spot. First one on the way. Olson chopper to Horton. Horton's going to make the throw for out number 1.
Well, Olson has so much speed. That looked like a close call from here.
Yeah, very close call. Lorianne Olson.
Typically wouldn't be very close, but comes out of the batter box so quickly.
Nikki Gonzalez will step in with 1 out. First one on the way. Gonzalez fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. So Gonzalez looking for a hit. So far hitless, both times grounded out. 0 for 2.
That same spot, second base both times.
Gonzalez not afraid to hit the long ball. 8 home runs for Nikki. The 0-1. A little high for ball 1. The count 1-1, 1 out. 1-1 on the way. High again, same spot for ball 2. The 2-1 to Gonzalez. Driven into left field, foul. Good hit on the ball there for Nikki Gonzalez. just a little bit over the foul line.
Working on finding her timing. Hopefully she can find one that she's comfortable with. Get a base hit.
Base hit here with 1 out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Gonzalez drives it into right field. Going back is Cesny. She'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 down, and Shea Smith will step in now for the Lopes.
Number 6, the shortstop.
Smith batting .310 with 2 outs. So far 0 for 2.
And a strikeout looking in the first. And ground out back to the pitcher in the 4th.
Well, Smith, just like most of the Lopes offense, looking for their first hit. Green's only given up 2. 1 to Olson and then 1 to Kenzie Hill. Lopes, for the most part in the second game, had Kayla Green pretty much figured out later on. The 0-1. Outside for ball 1.
Props to Green finding a way to change it up on these Lopes. You know, prove that she's still a weapon and she's still in command.
Well, Green came in for relief in the first game and gave up a handful of runs and then pitched the entire game. That one's going to be off of Green's leg. Smith's going to make it. Green looks like she's okay, but it's going to definitely be a bit of a bruise on that leg.
Umpire will take a second, let her walk it off.
So Shea Smith will get on. Hopefully Kayla Green is okay. She is walking around, which is a good sign. Got a smile on her face.
Coach will come out, make sure she's all right.
Samara Diaz warming up for New Mexico State, the Game 1 pitcher.
Well, she could definitely come in. She's proven, you know, in the first game that she really is quite difficult to face. Lopes not having a ton of success against her.
Green taking some warm-up pitches. Yeah, well, it was in the second inning of Game 1. Lopes were down by 1. They were able to tie it up and get the lead, and that was against Diaz. And then Kayla Green came on a couple innings later, and New Mexico State already had a 6-2 lead by that time. Lopes were able to tack on 3, get the score to 6-5. And then, of course, Green pitched basically the entire game minus like 1 inning, where Annalise De La Roca came in, and Lopes were able to tie it up and get the win in a walkout. So Sierra Smith will step on with Shane Smith, her sister, on first. 2 down for the Lopes, still down by 2. First one on the way. In there for strike 1. Kayla Green looks like she's okay. Took a few warm-up throws. Good to see her still in the circle for New Mexico State. No harm done.
Hey, you'd much rather see a pitcher get chased by some hits.
That one's going to be rolling to Rodriguez. Throw on to second in time for out number 3. So Rodriguez bobbles it a little bit, able to make the turn to second, and the Lopes go down quietly, leading a runner on base. We move to the top of the 7th. The score still 2-0. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
I'm Levi. I'm co-founder of Electric Longboards. We started the business as college students. The Colangelo College of Business will do anything they can to help you be successful.
I'm Nathan, and I'm co-founder of Electric Longboards. GCU is a very entrepreneurial-minded college. We were able to go into the Lopes lab and use their 3D printers to prototype the board. I found my purpose because I figured out what I love to do.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
It happens in a flash.
The crack of thunder.
Practice paid off. When everything we work to build
takes flight in that moment.
Time stops.
Through clouds of doubt.
We emerge.
We climb.
We reach from within.
For a higher calling.
Together.
We soar.
This is our purpose.
Our season.
Our time.
We are Lopes. Rising.
Going in the top of the 7th, Lopes still down 2-0. Looking to get another 1-2-3 inning for GCU. Go to the bottom of the 7th and win it in some late game heroics again. The first one on the way to Horton. Inside goes foul. We were in a similar situation. Score was a lot different last night, and the Lopes were able to tack on a lot of runs in the bottom of the 7th and eventually win it in a walk-off thanks to Laney Gomez.
Yeah, just a little blooper over the head of the pitcher, able to get the single.
Horton fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-1. The 1-1 on the way to Horton. On the hands goes foul. So the count moved to 1-2.
They're doing a good job pitching her inside, making sure she can't get around on anything.
Yeah, they're going to have to do that to Horton. Yesterday, she was able to hit a big home run in Game 1 that really broke the score open. Got a lot of scoring done for New Mexico State. Other than that, Lopes have been doing a relatively good job keeping her quiet. The 1-2. That one line in the left will go foul. Lopes get bailed out of that one. But it was coming into this game, the Lopes knew that 2, 3, 4 was deadly for New Mexico State. Horton, Castro, and Butler. The 1-2 popped up in the air. Gomez coming in, calls everyone off, makes the catch for out number 2. Or out number 1, excuse me. Got ahead of myself.
Yeah, a little excited up here.
Victoria Castro will step in now for New Mexico State.
Victoria Castro.
Castro, of that 1, 2, 3, the only one with a hit, a double in the first inning. Other than that, she's been quiet. First one on the way. Castro takes the first one low for a ball. But getting back to that 2, 3, 4 of New Mexico State, Horton's got 17 home runs, leading the team in homers and RBIs. And then you've got Castro, ground ball. Ooh, late hop. Gets right past Sierra Smith. Nothing she's going to do about that one. Sneaks right over her, and now Castro's on with 1 out.
Yeah, that's unlucky. Just took a weird hop coming at her. 9 times out of 10, she makes that play.
Nikki Butler will now step in with a runner on. 1 out. Butler, so far in this one, 0 for 2. First one on the way. Off speed, outside for a ball. The 1-0 on the way. Popped up in the air, will definitely go foul. Butler 0 for 2.
That one was scary. Had home run distance, just foul.
Yeah, Dowdle was making chase, but thankfully it goes on the Lope side of the foul line. The 1-1. Ground ball. Gonna be 2. Throw on a second, back over to first, double play. Lopes are going to have to win it in the bottom of the 7th. We move to the bottom of the 7th. The score, 2-0.
Well, don't forget to use that Lope Shop promo code. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories and coffee. Use promo code GCUTV20 to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up.
So the Lopes were able to do it last night in the bottom of the 7th. A comeback victory. And they will have to do the same thing again tonight. And leading off for the Lopes, the hero of last night's game, Laney Gomez. It was a chopper in the bottom of the 7th that was able to seal the victory for the Lopes. And now they'll need some more late inning magic here. So it'll be Gomez, Dowdle, and Hill.
Just standing up here looking at their dugout, looks like they're jiving right now. They're feeling good.
Yeah, Lopes feeling pretty loose, and 2 runs is a very easy deficit to come back from. Obviously, the long ball, clearly, you get 2 batters up. They both hit back-to-back home runs. We got a tied ball game. I mean, we've seen a triple play happen, so I'm not going to rule it out.
Wouldn't that be ideal? Couple home runs. would make it really easy.
Laney does have 2 on the season, so we'll see what happens.
She's batting .435 from the leadoff spot.
So Gomez will have to get things going for the Lopes in the bottom of the 7th. The first one on the way. In the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0. Chopper back to Green. Makes the catch for out number 1.
Just a good heads-up play. Came right back at her, able to snag it, relay it over.
So now it'll be Bianca Bowling with 1 out. Try to get something going for the Lopes. Some late inning heroics. Able to do it last night. See if they can do it tonight. Bowling showing bunt. Pulls back. First one in there for strike 1.
Well, and like we've been saying all game, this is the part of the lineup that we really want in this situation.
The 0-1. That one into right field's going to drop for a base hit. Bowling's going to head to second. Might be 3. Bowling with a triple. We talked about it from the beginning of the broadcast to now. That's 6, 7, 8 for the Lopes. Gomez gets out on the ground out to Green, but Bianca Bowling a bloop triple. And now the Lopes are a runner away from cutting the deficit to 1.
Well, we got a conference in the circle here. Looks like there will be a pinch hitter for the Lopes. Oh, I'm sorry, a pinch runner.
Yeah, it'll be a Taylor T-Tone, the usual pinch runner for the Lopes. Get some speed on the bags. Obviously, anything in the air, it's going to have to try to score T-Tone. With 1 down, Maddie Dowdle. Try to bring T-Tone in from third.
Number 4.
Dowdle, Hill, and then K.
Maddie Dowdle.
Coach for the Aggies stepping out, relaying some instructions out to right field. Let her know, she didn't think that was her fault.
Well, Cesny tried to get the diving catch. I think it just bounced in front of her and tipped off her glove. Bowling read it very well coming around first, and Coach Pearson was bringing her to third regardless.
And it looks like it might be the end of Kayla Green's night. Somebody's coming out of the bullpen. Let's see.
It'll be Samara Diaz again. The Game 1 starter will check in for Kayla Green. Lopes were able to get to Diaz in the second inning of the first game and tack on 2 to get the lead. So let's see if they can do it again here in the bottom of the 7th.
And Maddie Dowdle is looking for her first hit. And it's got
what a time to have it.
Yeah, right. Got a hit by pitch in the 2nd and a fly out in the 5th. Love to see a base hit here.
So Diaz will take some warm-up pitches. And just like you said, Luke, Dowdle looking for her first hit. And with 1 out, Taylor T-Tone on third. See if Dowdle can get something in the air, get something on the ground to bring T-Tone in.
It's been pretty quiet here in the stadium most of the night, but now with that hit, there's a little more life. Got some kids dancing around in the staircase.
Diaz with a 3.84 ERA. Obviously has not pitched today. Hasn't pitched since yesterday in Game 1. Checking in for Kayla Green. Green, 6 innings pitched, 1 strikeout. And 4 hits. So not a bad outing for Kayla Green. No runs given up. Gives the triple up to Bianca Bowling here in the first. Got Laney Gomez on the chopper. So we'll see what Dowdle can do in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Lopes looking for their late inning heroics.
It doesn't get more exciting than this.
Dowdle, 4 home runs on the season. See if she can make it 5. First one on the way. Inside for ball 1. One-0 count to Dowdle. Pitch on the way. Inside for ball 2. Two-0 on the way to Dowdle. Dowdle takes that one in there for a strike. Looks like something happened with Butler. Might have. Know that on the when she made the catch on that, she's getting up. Might have fumbled a little bit, tweaked something, but it looks like she's okay.
Looks like she was moving her wrist around a little bit. Maybe got a pitch. Bumped into her, maybe.
Now, regardless, she will remain behind the dish. The 2-1 on the way to Dowdle. In there for ball 3.
Gets the pitch call from the dugout.
And the 3-1 on the way. Inside for strike 2. The count goes to full on Maddie Dowdle. Three-2 on the way. Dowdle gets a piece of that one, but it goes foul. So Dowdle staying alive, extending her at-bat.
Well, and every time she's making contact, everyone's holding their breath.
Yeah. The 3-2. Inside, they got the call.
Called third strike. She'll take a couple steps towards first, turn around, and walk to the dugout.
Now Kenzie Hill will step in with 2 outs. Taylor Kay on deck, Taylor T-Tone on third. And we will get another mound visit.
You know, we're calling it the Circle Conference now.
Yeah, the Circle Conference. Usually New Mexico State's head coach likes to call in the entire team to discuss things, but should just stick with the infield.
Poor outfield. They're getting the cold shoulder a little bit. It looks like one of the assistants will walk out and chirp at him a little bit and then walk back.
So Kenzie Hill, 1 for 2 so far with a single. She got that single in the 5th inning, and then she got a fielder's choice. So we'll see if Kenzie Hill can get on. Then it'll be Taylor Kay and hopefully Lorianne Olson.
Once again, Kenzie Hill.
If Hill can get on here, they'll have to face the top of the Lopes lineup with Taylor Kay.
First one on the way to Hill. Inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Hill swung on and missed for strike 1.
And Hill's batting pretty good with 2 outs, 273. That's higher than her season average of 192.
See if you can keep that average up. The 1-1 on the way to Hill. Got the outside corner for strike 2.
Two outs, 2 strikes. Backs up against the wall. Let's see what can happen.
The 1-2 on the way to Hill. Inside for ball 2. So Hill stays alive. Count goes to 2-2. All 2s on the board. T-Tone on third. Lopes looking for some late inning heroics here in the bottom of the 7th. They found it last night. Will they find it today? The 2-2 to Hill. Slow roller. Diaz is there, underhand, and that is how the series will end. So the Lopes able to get one in game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday, but today it is all Aggies. They get the win 2-0 and extend their record to 8-1 in the WAC.
Well, and definitely a great look by the Aggies. They were able to stay in command from the beginning. Got some great production out of Kayla Green.
The Lopes will be back Friday, April 27th for their final home series as they take on UMKC. You can catch those last home games here on GCU TV. Don't forget to follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And don't forget, if you already haven't, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. Well, Lopes fall to the Aggies once again, but they will have their opportunity against UMKC on April 27th. For the entire team here at GCU TV, for Luke Larkin, I am Philip Katafmo. Have a great rest of your night, and go Lopes.